3. Now a handoff looking right. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First down, Kansas City.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Joe Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's bring it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's go. 30 base.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Down. 8, read. Cut. Check. Ready.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face. A
little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Ready? AT Gator. Check 56. 80 weapon. Kill. Hey, exit. Go.
On 1st and 10, Herbert is going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Throwing on third and long. Herbert. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now here's Ross. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A 71-yard punt return. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes is the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Great effort there. 79 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after try forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Here's Neal. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. On first down, it's Neal. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Back to Mixon on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
60 outlaw. Deep route.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Room here to run. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful, and you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called?
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But what about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now they'll run it on the toss. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Back to throw. Herbert is going to float this over the middle, deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Set. 15 15 line. 15 line. Exit. Now.
They go play action here on first down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
Check. Press down. 57 Mike 57. Hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Steve 6. 56 is the mic.
From the gun, Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Looking to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
70, Indy. Blue draw Corkers.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, Orbit. Now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to set it.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to sling this deep down, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
30 base.
57, come on.
I got him.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Herbert. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection on the long one. Now
Made a big play.
it hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, wahoo! Get ready!
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Ross on the return. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Mixon with a first down carry. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And he's got some space here. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
18 Gator.
43. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point safely through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Here we go. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Check. Shoot.
2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. John Ross. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Off play action. Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Yeah. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Herbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Herbert, and that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 4th down, Herbert. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 13. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
On the ball.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Herbert, he's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Looking to throw. Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think